right. Good morning, great viewers from all over around the world, wherever you're coming from, wherever you're viewing us, wherever you're seeing us. It's our pleasure once again to welcome you to this wonderful and epoch-making weekend event on Inside Agua. And as usual, we're bringing you the best and the best and the best you can ever have, being today, the third day of February 2024. It's our pleasure once again to say welcome. However, today we have a great person in our midst, but before then, the members of the Inside Agua crew, which will be anchoring this program, is no other person than my humble self, Comrade Ugwebu Wisdom. You, of course, yours truly from Umofeke Agua. And then I have in the person of Comrade Uchewoke John Mbonu. Comrade, please say hi to the audience.
Good morning, viewers. It's a pleasure to welcome you back this week.
All right. On a quick note also, we'll have our special guest for today, which I know that everybody's anticipating to see whoever is going to be, but just relax your mind because we are bringing you this time a, okay, how do I put it? The other gender, the other gender. So I think I will hand over to Comrade Mbon John. Hello. So
Go.
I will hand over to Comrade Uchewoke John to please carry on from where I stopped. Thank you.
Good morning. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ugwebu Wisdom. It's a nice one. Thank you, viewers. Always join us to our program every weekend, Saturday, as usual. This week, we'll be having an important speaker, our guests, Honorable Mrs. NNENNA AKABIRO. She is a registered nurse with Canada and Nigeria, and has been in the field in the past 2 decades or so. So we are glad to have her to speak to us on the importance of girl child education to societal value. But before then, I want to quickly run you to the event that happened in Agua last week. Last week, Agua Central Union, headed by Barrister Benson Akonya, they convened a meeting of Agua political class to talk about development, peace, and unity in Agua. That meeting was well attended. I think it was on the 27th of January 2024 at the Links Hotel, Concord Road, Owerri. The meeting was well attended, and the issues we had talked regarding the security of Agua, the full restoration of peace in Agua. And believe you me, that meeting can be adjudged to be 97% in attendance. All who politically in Agua were in attendance, and we thank God for the success of that meeting. We also want to thank our guests who has been in diaspora and the huge supporter of Agua Central Union and other developments in Agua. You can't talk about development in Agua without linking her to it. Her hand must be in one way or the other in anything called development in Agua. We thank you, our mother, and today we're here to talk to you, or you talk to us personally on how you see the importance of girl child education to societal value. But before we go into that route, we want to ask you, Ma, please, could you tell us how it started with you? Because being a practicing nurse in Canada, and what's much more than commitment and dedication. How did it start with you? Thank you.
You mean how you started with me or how I started? Let me understand the question.
Yeah. What I mean is that how it started. How did you start?
Okay, okay. Well, first and foremost, I want to appreciate you guys for things like this. I used to tell people we have to tell our stories. Nobody else can tell the story of us. We are the ones to initiate it and execute it and tell our stories. I also thank you for inviting me after many years of running away from me. I appreciate the effort you are all making in the development of our and this, disseminating information in our. So, introducing myself, my name is Honorable NNENNA B. I'm putting this honorable by my latest activities, which is an addition. I might come back to it later to explain. And I have been a nurse for some years, like you said. Nursing was to me a devotion and a profession, and even something I cherish. I entered into nursing when nursing had no value, if I can say. People were not, thrilled, but I went in because of my express uh, belief that I want to help somebody, help a community, or help individuals who are invalid. Anyway, that led me to being a nurse, registered both in Nigeria, traveled to UK, worked there for some years, registered in United Kingdom, and ended up in Canada also working as a registered nurse too. So my journey of nursing has really not touched Agua, and I feel so sorry about it. It's not my making, but it's just that from where I trained, I have to leave the country because this is what Nigeria does to us. The best are always chased out of the country so that the worst can take over. So it does happen to me, but like you said, after many years of being outside, I felt there is need for me to also let my impact be felt in Agua. And the only way I can do it is to support any developmental project that is happening in Agua. I have been doing it and very, very sure I will continue to do it. I just discussed with Mazi Ugwebu, Comrade Ugwebu. I remember when they approached me in 2019 to sponsor their carnival. Yeah, I did. It might not be too huge, but I did chip in my widow's mite and I made my presence felt. So in those little ways are the ways I really need to come up and support Agua. So how I begin and how I'm going to end is in God's hand. One thing that is sure now is my eyes is focused on the ball, and the ball is to support Agua and help Agua in any little way. And let me quickly say this: I don't know, this is not a political arena, and I'm not going to turn into a politics. But all of us have heard what is happening. Therefore, we are doing a referendum. I happen to be on the board, policy making, and I was able to negotiate and make sure that Agua has a county, which is a local government. It will soon take over. It might sound a little bit boring now, but Agua is a county in Olu state, which we have created. So let me stop there. So I'll continue to push Agua because that is my bigger community. I'll continue to push Agua to the best place I can see them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma, for your response. And now you've laid the foundation of our discussion from your response. Looking at the topic of today, that's the importance of girl child education to society value. What do you think that should form an all-round education for a girl child? Particularly the way you talked about nursing a thriving cause, but today I think is one of the highest paid job. Let me say in a civilized country, using civilized country in the sense that outside the third world country is one of the highest paid job. So how do you think should what do you think should be the education of a girl child? What do you think should be like the courses that you think should be like? Thank you.
Well, I am happy to say it now. Girls' education is really, really improving in Agua. I must give that credit first and foremost. When we started, it was like if there are maybe one girl in the family of two boys, the girl will be made to go and get married so that the bride price will be used to send the two boys to secondary school. And but that stage has passed. Everybody now knows that when you raise a girl, you must send her to school. Now, I want also to say that there is a great improvement in some intellectuals who have children now, girls' children. They are doing their best to send them to school. But where I am really concerned is the poor people, the poor societies where girls' children are still going for what babysitting or hana or ikunwa. So I have to say that one of my bigger objective, which I will soon come down to partake, possibly I will go along with you people, is to stop this Ikunwa system in Agua, whereby our children are sold for 10,000 or 20,000, and the people that bought them for Ikunwa many times turn them to sex slaves. So, one, we must have a bigger focus that when you train a girl, you are training a community. Two, we must have focus that when you are training your girl child, don't train her because of the price of bride price they will pay because she went to school. Please train her because you are trying to empower this girl to be something in the future. Number three, train a child knowing fully well that you are not training her and then you believe that, oh, if she goes to university, she will marry and she won't be part of my family. No, train her for the purpose that wherever she is, either she got married or she doesn't, she is reasonable in the society, she is productive in the society. Number five, train a child, a girl child, because it is her right to be trained. It is a human right for any child to get education. In this place where I am, education from primary to the secondary is all free. Even in the university level, government will give you a loan. That loan is compulsory. And then when you finish, you get a job and you pay it off. And all these educational systems are run irrespective whether you are a girl or a boy. So a situation where girls are not trained for the purpose of empowerment in their life, you are training them because there will be a man that will come and marry her off and pay you a bigger bride price should stop. And also we should also know that when you train a girl child, no matter where she is, wherever she is in this world, she will remember home and she will come back to be part of the development in Agua. The reason why many women who are from Agua that are well to do, when they got married, they don't come back, is because of the system whereby a girl child in a family is not regarded as anything. Even when she get married, if she comes home to talk or say something, you see somebody say, go, 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 leave this. After you are married, go back to your marital home. Things like that. But if we begin to see girls as human and give them that opportunity to express their feeling, things will improve. And when you continue to deride the young girl in the family, you don't want her to say anything. When she finally get married, she will walk away from you. And that's why so many Agba women, when they marry, they walk away. But if we begin to change our culture, whereby we know that this girl is a woman, she has a right, she has everything. Okay, our system is dominated by men. Thank God, there is this A1 system that make it so glorious that we can so for that reason they can't talk, they can't say anything. No, women, even whether you're in a women, when they make money, they can come here and buy the whole land from you, and they can now be selling it to you or giving it to you free to farm on. So women should be recognized, and going to school must be a priority, both male and female, because when you train a woman, you are training the whole community. Let me stop here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mom. That's a wonderful explanation. And then going by what you have just said, I believe that for every girl child, whether educated or not educated, though I am want to quote you now, you said those educated, when they make money, they can easily walk away. But I want to believe that for a girl child to be in a right sense, either educated or not educated, should always try to remember the family where she is coming from. Can you hear me, ma?
Well, yes, it is the right thing.
Okay.
But
Now,
I
now,
made that. Okay, go ahead.
okay, so now quoting you that most of the problems or most of the challenges where this girl child leave home and never return is because they were not given a leverage to have a freedom of a probably education or have value where they are coming from, if I'm not mistaken. Now, to you as a mother who has experienced both Nigerian life and that of the diaspora, what are the steps that we can do to start this moment to cope this very challenge? Though I know that Agua, where we are coming from, is gradually stepping up to the training of the girl child. But what can we do to make sure that this thing drastically brought down drastically so that every girl child in Agua will start to see the need for education?
Thank you. Now, it starts from the day the girl is born. When you have a girl child, see her as a gift from God. Appreciate her. If she's born among boys, let those boys know that this girl is like them. She has equal right in the family like them. She has all the privileges that is available to all of them in the house. For example, when we were growing, we were told that we are preparing you to go and marry. That's what our parents used to tell us. Azụga gị ka iji wuru ezigbo nwunye mmadụ. But the men, nobody told them that they are preparing them to be good father. They know that it is their God-given gift. So when you raise a boy and he goes to school, get married, he will be a good father. A woman will also be a good mother, but it's not something we should hammer on them. Rather, tell this lady that I want you to be great. I want you to be one of the best ladies in the world. I want you to be so honorable. I want you to be so known. I want you to carry the name of this family wherever you go. Let this family be part of your life and put this family in a perspective that there will be honor and respect coming through you. If a girl is being told these stories, I'm assuring you, this girl will know that she's valued in her village, she's valued in her family, she's valued in her father's house. One thing that need to be changed, I know it's going to be difficult, is inheritance. In so many places in Nigeria, women are being given inheritance by their fathers, those who have the wherewithal. A time has come for urban men who have something significant to begin to think about also giving inheritance to their daughters. In Yoruba land, if a man build 5 houses, 5 rooms of house and die, and he has 4 children, 2 girls, 2 boys, they will have the rooms one each, and then the senior brother will have one to himself. So everybody in the family of that man is entitled to the inheritance, both the house and the land. Up to today, go and ask. And even in Igbo land, some communities have started it of late. But Agba is so bent on making sure that when you have a child and she got married, you remove all memory of her in that family. So inheritance should be something we should start looking at. And this is not going to be no, it is people like you. You are here sitting and interview me. Think about if you have maybe maybe 5 trees of unpo or akribo or plantain. While you are alive today, you can call your daughter and say, all your children, you see this one, I want my daughter to be the one to enjoy it until her death. And even if she die, let her children continue to enjoy it. This is something Agba must start doing, giving a little inheritance for their girls. And this will make the girl to come back home. There are women that got married, they never come back until the day they die. What are they coming back for? They have nothing to look up to. When they come back, their brothers, senior brothers, and the junior brother will take over the total inheritance of their father because they are girls. So these are things that can make girls to begin to walk home. Nobody gave me inheritance, but because of my level of education, I have resources to acquire something in Agba that can take me back home now. But not everybody have that opportunity. So I think the major thing is, number one, accept this child that have equal opportunity with other male children from the day she was born. 2, don't let her be a source of income for you. You are training her, looking forward to the day she will get married, so that you give them a long list of things that they will buy for you, and then that will make her a great child. Number 3, let there be opportunity to train this girl to school. Give her as much education as you are giving to her brothers, and let her know, value her as much as you value the boys. Number 4, if there is going to be opportunity to also put their names in the inheritance list, that will help them. And when a child has this type of upbringing, there is no way she can walk away from the family. She will come back. We have many of our girls who have their husband are millionaires, but they will never come back. They will never respond to you people. I remember when we were contributing money for the what do you call it, for the police station. I made a list of Agba girls, both married and unmarried, that had money. And many of them, when I gave it to Benson, they were contributing. I found one of them say, hey, so they have remembered that I'm somebody. I was shedding tears. This person that said this, she gave us at least 100,000 of her money. But she made that comment to me. They remember that I'm a human being. So please, we need to know that women are worthwhile, just like all over the world, all over in Nigeria. But Agba women are really, really trampled upon, and we need to make a change. Thank you. Thank you, Mbano.
I'm having a serious network challenge here.
Yeah.
I will thank you for your response so far. And there's a question I want to ask, and that is narrowing it down to what we have in Nawa. That is the way we see girl child training in Nawa. I don't think we've reached to that end to that point of saying that we've arrived, what are the measures you think could be taken to ensure that a girl child is given her rightful place in the community, not only in Agua? Okay.
Most of the things I have already said all come into view when you want to take that thing. But one thing I want to hammer based on your question is, let this change begin in us. Men, every man, wherever you are, you had a girl child. Please, for God's sake, see her as a woman, not just a piece of commodity that will be sold out very soon. I remember when I passed my WAEC in 1976, two people came with their sons to my father for them to buy my WAEC. One of them came, I wasn't around, but there is one that came. He came with his son. So my father gave him chair, he sat down, after exchanging pleasantries. My father asked him why he is visiting. He said he's here with his son, that he come to buy my WAEC so that his son can go to school with my name. So my father asked him, what about my daughter? Is she not entitled to go to this school? He said, but she's a girl. Why is she going to school? She will soon get married. So you can see the boldness of an idiot coming to buy my WAEC. Her son couldn't pass WAEC. He was Olodo, Itiboribo to the last. And me that made 35, my name appeared on the newspaper, Nigerian Stars. He's coming to buy my WAEC. And then he will answer NNENNA AKABIRO. I don't know. So this is what we are saying. It is not inbuilt in an average Agba man that her girl child is worthless. Let it start from every man. My brother Mbono, when you have, God will bless you soon. You have children. As soon as you have a girl out of all the children, please love her, cherish her. Let her know that she wants whatever her brothers want in your life. Give her the best of education. And there is something people don't know, that girls are endowed with wisdom more than men. It is from above. Girls of different, let's take about 100 children of the same age. Maybe 50 of them are girls, 50 are boys. If you give them equal opportunity, educationally and otherwise, these 50 girls, at least you will have 40 of them who will be on the topmost of the top. Whereas in those boys, maybe you get only 20. It is how we are made. It is biologically induced in us that girls grow faster and they do better educationally and otherwise. If you come to this country where we are, astronauts, when they are selecting astronauts to go to space station, if they are 4, it's 2 men, 2 women. Unless they didn't see the eligible, but there has never been a group of astronauts where it is made up of all men, both in America and in Canada. It is equal margin, because the more the men know, the boys also know, the girls also know. So let us emphasize on loving these girls. 2, let us give them equal training. 3, let us when they are young to continue to impart on them the understanding that they want just what their brothers want. And number 4, give them inheritance that will bring them back to your compound even when they are 90 years old. Do that. It doesn't cost you anything. Thank you.
Okay, okay, let me quote you by saying, give them inheritance that to make them to come back to your company, even if they are 90 years old. Wow. Okay, oh, I'm not giving birth, but I would take that and as a an advice, and I'll write it somewhere. I remember that mommy said I should give them inheritance. I will make them to remember my home. Definitely, I would do that,
and come
and I'm
back.
seeing the need. Yes, 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 ma'am.
Not
So,
for those
to
things,
wrap
they
up
will
this
be coming
program,
back.
okay, to wrap up the program, I want to ask a very slight question. I heard you when you were making introductions that you are going to kick off a campaign for the girl child in Agua. Though you said you're making case for the Ikunwa stuff of that is
Mm.
going on in Agua. So I want to
Mm.
ask, apart from the making case or extending the campaign for Ikunwa, is it? Can you please unveil the plans for this Ikunwa if it's not hidden anyway? And how soon are we expecting it? Because the earlier and the sooner, the better. Thank you.
Honestly, you are right. You are 100% right. The earlier, the better. And let me say that after this interview, I will get in touch with Imbono, and we will do something a little bit radical to gather you people together, and then we start. How do we do it? The first and foremost is through dissemination of information. We must inform our parents, our mothers, that Ikunwa job. I have a case that I just solved. Tomorrow Sunday or today also Sunday, 2 days, yeah, tomorrow Sunday will be exactly 1 week. I went to bring back a 8-year-old child from ebe akpọjere Ikunwa mgbe ọ nọ 6 years old. Ọ nọ na there 2 years. Ma akpọlawe by force. The woman Ekporia was resisting. I didn't take it easy with her. I brought this girl home, put her in a place for somebody in custody, and as of today, she has started school. So how do I start? I want to create a fund for education, free education for girls, especially in that Olowara from Ikunwa. One thing I know is that if the child come back home and stay home doing nothing, there is tendency of again. But Apolawa, this child, if you bring this child and then she starts school, and maybe you empower the mother. Okay, you take this amount of money, use it to start doing something. Whatever you can do something, and then allow your daughter to go to school. And then we monitor those children. It is something I want to do. So number one will be to identify the people that are responsible for each Ikunwa. I have just identified one woman. They said the woman is from Umugo. I have sent the messages to her, and I warned her because what she's doing is actually child trafficking. Ikunwa is simply child trafficking because when they go there, they sexually molest them. I want to tell you, this 8-year-old child in Olatra they have already sexually molested her. So anybody Pojegemadi Ikunga is a child trafficker. She's supposed to be arrested and prosecuted. So that's why I said that I'm going to work with all of you. You people who are on the ground will be able to help me identify such children. We get them back and start education for them. And maybe I will also work with you people will help me. We work with some schools whereby whenever we bring such child, we put them in that school, and then I will be on them. So it will be unveiled soon. If not for this insecurity, I was supposed to come back last year to unveil all these plans, but I couldn't come. The one I came back in 2022, ehere m ehere ka mbụ si lọta, ehere lọlakwu. So it's sad. It's sad. But I want to be, you people will be part of it. We are going to form the nucleus of this plan. Honestly, it's something I cannot do on my own here. But if you people will be empowered to go and look for, it doesn't matter where the child from, the whole Agba, nwa ọbụla must come back home to start school.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
ụmụ nwaanyị ka a
Okay,
na-akpọ nwa, not ụmụ nwoke.
okay. I want to appreciate you for all that you have said and the plans on ground. You've really done noble by unveiling this plan. Of course, for what we know that our major priority at Inside Agua Crew is to make sure that developmental strides are met in Agua because we are pained. At this our age and this our level, exposure, meeting people around the world and everywhere, yet we are still in darkness and in doom. So thank you for this wonderful step that you have taken. And believe me, we are always there to partner with you. Once you call upon us, we will definitely respond positively. So in order to round off this program, please give us a parting word for us and for the entire Agua crew that everybody that is viewing from all around the world. Thank you.
I'm talking to every Agua person viewing us today and who will view this program later, whether in the next 2 weeks, 1 month, whatever, that we must appreciate these young men. These three young men who have dedicated themselves to tell the story of Agua. We must appreciate them. And I have seen them much, much honorable to work with them for something good that will happen in Agua. Because we say charity begins at home. I have achieved so much outside Nigeria, outside maybe in diaspora. So we have to start coming back home. And we have anchors. Any ship that parks without an anchor, we sell off, and that ship can sink. So I will see these media men as the anchors in Agua. So we must all partner with them and work with them. And I want also talk to you boys to continue in your efficiency. You must not lower your standard because when you are doing something good and people are appreciating what you are doing, you must continue doing it in a better way. I watched your interview with Dr. Ugo. I was very, very happy. And this is another one. And I'm sure more interviews will come in the future. So, ndị Igbo shi ekele onye akede ya agwọta ọzọ. Na-eme na ndewonu. Thank you. And Agwa, listen to them and watch them. They are wonderful men. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mommy, for being with us today again. It has always been a pleasure to have our mother, father, brothers, and sisters all over around the world to give out their own view about what Agua is today and what Agua will be in the future and what Agua has been. Thank you very much, our viewers, for being with us. It's always our pleasure. Please join us next week as we bring in another episode, a wonderful episode of this kind again next week. We really appreciate all your effort and all that you have been doing for us and following us. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button as well as share for other persons to view and refer people to Inside Agua Crew TV on YouTube so that they can be updated whatever that is happening now. Thank you very much and do have a lovely weekend. Thank you. God bless you. So